Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the special meeting of the Fire Commission, the Norwalk Fire Commission. It is January 20th, 2026. It is 2 o'clock p.m. First order of business is roll call. We have myself, Mayor Barbara Smith, Commissioner Howard Dixon, Commissioner Oscar Destruge. Forgive me if I do not say your name correctly. I know that we have Commissioner Howard Dixon with us. I see Commissioner Paskind. Am I saying your name correctly?
Paskind.
Paskind, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And I see, did I say Commissioner Ferguson?
Here.
Okay, very good. Okay, so it looks like we have all of the commissioners with us. Moving on to the acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting of Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, and that is Commissioner Destruge who moved the minutes. Are there any changes, additions, corrections? Okay, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Aye.
2, 3. Okay. Opposed? And I will abstain. So that passes.
Yes.
Moving on to public participation. Is there anyone in the waiting room who would like to speak?
There appears to be none, Madam Mayor.
Okay, very good. Then I will go ahead and close public participation and move on to the reports. So first is the fire chief's report. I will turn that over to you, Chief McCabe.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
I would like to begin by officially welcoming our new Fire Commission Chair, Mayor Smith. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Very good to be here.
Under item 1, the budget report. We have completed 6 months of the fiscal year, and we're now at the halfway point. The salaries account is at 49.34% utilization, placing us 0.66% under budget, or approximately $87,348 below projections. The overtime account is currently at 52.54% of budget utilized. However, this isn't a concern as the department operated with 11 vacancies during the first part of the fiscal year. With the addition of the 7 new firefighters in late November, we are now down to 4 vacancies, and overtime usage is expected to stabilize during the second half of the fiscal year. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's also worth noting that these budget lines absorbed 2 contractual salary increases fiscal years 24-25 and 25-26, including retroactive pay, which places us at the current levels. So given those factors, I'm pleased with the overall financial position at this point in the year. That concludes the budget report. I'm happy to take any questions. I think you're on mute, Mayor.
Thanks. Sorry about that. Any questions?
No questions.
All right.
No questions.
Okay. Thank you. Seeing none now, we will move on to B, Assistant Fire Chief of Administration. Who takes that? Hi, Mark. Good to see you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Welcome, Mayor Smith. Today, I was just going to go over kind of a quick overview of all of our stations, kind of where we're at in projects, just to get you up to speed of what we're doing now. Okay, Mayor. At Station 1, that's Broad River on New Canaan Avenue. We just finished the floor replacement. That was completed by the end of this year. Everything went very well. Thank you for the support. We're developing.
Good to hear that's completed.
Yes, it's great. We got new doors. Everything's good. Everything's working. The drains working.
I'll have to come by and have a look.
Yes, thank you. You're definitely welcome. It came out great. We're developing some landscape plans actually for the spring. We had to clean up the whole. We cleaned up the whole property in the fall, so now we're developing some plans to clean up the place. And I'm currently pricing for the window replacement, which is basically the final the final two stages of of Station 1 renovation is the windows, the window replacement and the roof eventually. But I already had somebody inspect the roof. We've got some time on the roof, which is good. I had a little bit of a patch, but everything's going well there. Station 2, we're working with Guardian. We're planning on doing some work in the third floor and kind of to make the space a little more public friendly, because we're definitely getting busier with permits and people coming in. So the space is being used quite a bit. We're working with Guardian there. At Station 3 at Van Zandt Street, where I'm just actually talked to Third Taxing District, because as we all know, they own the building, we rent from them, so they request capital improvements. And that floor was actually done last year as well, but or the year before, I should say. So we're going to try to repave the parking lot. It's in pretty rough shape. They know about that, and do some painting just to keep the building upkeep. So I have to present that to their meetings. Station 4 is the building renovation that we all know it's going very well. We have just to keep you up to speed, we just actually received the final design drawings for review on Friday. So I've been looking at I'm analyzing those with Alan Lowe, and we actually meet. We're going for reviewing it on Thursday. So right now we're in very good. We're on schedule with everything. Construction manager is AV Tucci. They won the bid, so it's great. We're working with them. They did a great job at it's at the floor replacement at Broad River. So we're very happy that a good Norwalk company won the bid on that. He's finalizing the project, the schedule right now. So our goal basically is we want to post the RFP for contractors March, April. The goal is to begin the work around the summer. If that happens, our goal is to complete all work by summer of 2027 for the full renovation of the building. So everything is on schedule right now, which is great to report. And thank you all.
Took us a while to get it there, but
yes, yeah, we're very excited. It's the design's going really well. I think it's going to be a really good, efficient building. We're very happy about the architect's doing a great job too. So at Station 5 down at South Norwalk on Meadow Street, the main thing we're working on right now, I'm working with the station captain with designing a gear locker room. Basically, it will be the last station that we have. NFPA requires us to separate the gear from the apparatus bay. So this will be the last station that we will need to do, because obviously Station 4 is getting done in the addition. So I'm working with them to do that, and that'll be to bring us up to NFPA compliance there. Station 6, or apparatus maintenance building on Fairfield Avenue, which we call 6. We've got, which is in our capital budget this year, we have a new generator, the generator for the building, which was a 1989 generator, is finally getting replaced. That was approved this year. And I'm working now, I'm trying to get the building needs some work. And more importantly, I would say the priority is the front apron and the entrance. There's some work that needs to be done. So I'm getting some pricing for submittal for next year's budget, not this year. We have some time on that, since the building, we basically put some steel plates on there. As far as that, it's just update on the other projects. We have our full SCBA upgrade, which is our breathing apparatus to full compliance to the new NFPA codes. That's basically almost completely in service. We're waiting on a compressor upgrade, which should be next week, and we should be getting all of our packs in service, and we've got everything inventoried. We've got the training. I'm sure other chiefs will speak to that as well. And we're working with our software now. We're actually implementing inventory management on the software. I'm working with the EMS equipment first, because it's sort of the priority. And we're going to start really digitizing everything and really using inventory management within our fire. It's called First Due software. That's our record management software. Along those lines, just for everybody's information, NFIRS reports, which we have to give, that's the National Fire Incident Reporting System. That has gone away February 1st. It is no longer being used by the country, by the nation. It's now turned into NARIS, which is the National Emergency Response Information System. So what you'll see is, for the commissioners that have seen the reports that Chief Reardon does, they're categorized differently, and there's different type there's different call types, so it's going to look slightly different, but the goal is to be more, it's actually more granular, so we can really dissect it a little bit more, and we're working on those reports. All of us are trying to build some reports with the new report type. So you may see a couple different reports throughout the next couple months, but we're just trying to get build the best reports, because it is categorized differently and done differently. But I think the way it's built, I think we're going to get actually better information out of it. We just have to, work on those reports. So that's my update. I'll take any questions.
Any questions?
I just have one small one. What was the budget for Station 4?
$4 million.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, thank you so much.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to item C, Assistant Fire Chief of Operations.
Good afternoon, Mayor Smith and Fire Commission. My name is Tim Reardon. I'm the Assistant Chief of Operations. I think everyone has met me by now, but been here for 3 months. So just a quick rundown on the incidents that occurred in December. You should all have a incident call type list that kind of breaks down all of those incidents specifically. Any questions that arise on that, feel free at the end to ask about those. We did respond to 769 total incidents in the month of December. That averaged out to approximately 25 calls per day, which was a little bit higher than usual. Typically, we're about 22 incidents per day, so it was a little bit of a busier month. Moving on to apparatus, kind of covered this last month, but just to update everybody that our new command vehicle is nearly in service. Mechanics are just kind of finalizing a few things there. What this vehicle will do is provide us with more of a streamlined approach to setting up our command system. It was designed by incident commanders. They came together, the shift commanders, and kind of figured out what will work, what won't work, and put together some tools for quick deployment. One of the main features of it will be an improved accountability system. As Chief Conti mentioned, the SCBAs that are being upgraded, our breathing apparatus, meets a new standard. In addition to that, it also has an interface with our command system, so that when firefighters arrive on scene, the SCBA will automatically account for them, how much breathing air they have left, what their status is. If for some reason there's an incident where they actually need help, they can hit a button and it can alert the command staff of that. Also, the command staff can send a message to these firefighters on scene to have them evacuate. So the new command vehicle will have the computer and the technology that'll be deployed at an incident to be able to have that actually, be able to do that. The tactical support unit, which is basically non-emergency equipment, but essential for emergency operations, is in service. What that does is basically anything that we can't fit on our first response vehicles, or things that aren't really necessary for the immediate need, is kept on this apparatus. Things like refilling extra SCBA bottles, containment of major leaks and spills, rehab unit for firefighters to recover and get back in service quick. So that's kind of like what this vehicle carries. That's going to be stationed at Station 1, the New Canaan Avenue station. And it's there to respond in a second wave to the fire scene or whatever incident that we have. Quick update, we did put in for the upcoming fiscal year a capital project for a high water vehicle. If we can get that approved, that'll help us for hurricanes, anything with the storm surge. We obviously know that South Norwalk and multiple neighborhoods flood quite easily. So this is a vehicle that can drive through water upwards of a decent amount, 3-4 foot storm surge to get in to remove residents, help them evacuate, and also, if there's an emergency to pull them out in a quick way. We do have a new rescue vehicle that is going to replace our current rescue, which is out of headquarters. That's due to arrive early next year, 2027. And that kind of concludes our apparatus. I'll try to speed it up because I know the mayor's kind of under a time crunch. Couple ongoing operational things. We spoke about the SCBA and the accountability. I covered that. Lastly, that roof rope that we talked about last month. What it is, it's a deployment of equipment that we can utilize to remove any victims that aren't accessible by ladders. The firefighters can go to the roof, anchor onto themselves or onto an anchor point, and access a victim and lower them out. So that equipment is now in service. Thanks to Training Director Gagne for putting our crew through all that good training there. And moving on to notable incidents, we had a busy month. Thankfully, no major car accidents, but quite a few fires. First incident of note was Willard Road. Came in as an emergency medical call, someone that just was not feeling well, actually having a complaint of a heart emergency. Engine 4 arrived on scene. All of our engine companies or any medical bag has a CO detector, which I'll get into. Just it proved its worth just in this, because once they entered the building, their CO alarm went off, alerted the crew that this was not a medical emergency. This wasn't the root cause. It was actually high levels of CO, so much that their meter was at its max capacity. So company officer there realized that immediately, called in a full assignment, which brought forth more personnel, evacuated everyone in the building, got everyone out, got the person that was ill out. That person ended up getting transported. 5 more people were evaluated, and they actually found what the problem was a mechanical failure of a heating component in the building. So they rectified the problem, ventilated the building, but they were able to take care of that based on they weren't called for that particular carbon monoxide emergency, but they discovered it based on the equipment they had that helped the situation. There was a fire at Spring Hill Avenue. This was a deck fire. I'm mentioning it as a notable incident. It was relatively minor. They put it up pretty quickly, but it was due to a turkey fryer. So that tends to happen, and they actually ended up doing a good job in preventing the spread from going further. Fire at Bettswood Road. This was a house fire on Christmas Day. Fortunately, the crew got there pretty quick. It was a living room, kitchen extending up to the second floor of the house. Crew put the fire out pretty quickly and was able to limit the spread from going further into the second floor. Another fire on Silk Street. This was a house fire in the basement. Crews put that fire out and prevented it from extending up to the first floor. Another incident of note was on East Avenue. This is a commercial building. This came in as an activated fire alarm, and the crews that arrived on scene, it was just an engine and a truck that were dispatched to an activated fire alarm. They arrived and realized that they had a working fire in this building. They were able to get access to the first floor, found a fire in the back room of a office suite, and put that fire out before it spread further. Another incident of note was Woodward Avenue. This was a house fire. It was started in the basement, extended from the first floor to the second floor. It was in the walls. The crews opened up the walls and prevented the fire from spreading further that way. Camp Avenue, there was a house fire. This was in the basement area, heavy fire on arrival, and it was extending up the interior staircase to the first floor, and the crews put that fire out as well. And the last incident of note just occurred a few days ago. This was on North Water Street by the Maritime Aquarium. A car left the roadway, struck a tree, and took out a pergola in the tree. And the pergola was hanging precariously over the vehicle, and the crews got on scene, rescue company 2, and they utilized some shoring equipment to stabilize the pergola and prevent it from falling down on top of the driver. They then called TAC 2 to the scene, which has some lumber on it that they put in place, removed their very expensive struts. They could take that back with them, secure the pergola with lumber, and then able to have the property clean up the incident afterwards. This concludes the operational report for today. I'll take any questions.
Do we have any questions?
Very busy month, and I'm happy to hear that there were no injuries from our fire personnel. Thank you for the report.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item D, Fire Marshal's report. Mr.
Good
Donahue.
afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners.
All right.
Nice to meet you. The Fire Marshal's offset of activities for the summary month of December. The total number of inspections for the month of December was 212 properties with six mega multi-sites for total units of 364. The total number of inspections completed for 2025 were 2,541. We had 2 requests for evaluation and installation of smoke detectors. We reviewed 27 fire and life safety plans for a total of $1,300. We had 0 liquor license renewals for the month. The total income for the month of December was $1,300. During this month, the Fire Marshal's Office had a total of 11 investigations, 7 of which were fires, 4 of which were code-related, hazard-related issues, sorry. We held 7 fire and life safety pub ed events. During the month of December, Deputy Fire Marshal Kelly provided 5 educational events for Norwalk Public Schools Trade Day at Norwalk High School. On December 5th, fire and life safety education was provided to the Temple Shalom Preschool on Richards Avenue with Know the Sounds of Fire Safety and What to Do, Never Fear Firefighters gear, and also Touch a Truck with Engine 2. 150 students were at this facility at the time. On December 6th, the Carver Center held a House of Darla Christmas party that was attended and we provided educational materials with some fun fire department related stuff. Also on December 6th, the Fire Marshal's Office was on site for the holiday extravaganza for inspections of commercial kitchen stations, tents, and food trucks. This event went well with a good turnout. Our 3 newly promoted deputy fire marshals all completed Fire Life Safety Public Educator 1. They are currently training with our new software for code enforcement and inspections. Also, they are taking a basic online course for fire and life safety plan review. In February, they will start fire investigation portion at the State Fire Marshal's Office held in Hartford. This concludes the month of December's Fire Marshal's report. I'd be happy to take any questions at this time.
Thank you. Any questions?
Good job, Ms. Donahue. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. Commissioner Ferguson, appreciate that.
I agree. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, moving on to emergency management. Michelle, that's you.
Good afternoon
How are you?
and welcome, Madam Mayor.
Thank
Great
you.
having you and commissioners. So again, very briefly, we've had quite a few winter storms already, and are expecting another one probably this weekend, always on the weekend, it seems. After one of the last storms, we did start using the winter briefing sheet, which I think a few departments appreciated. So anytime the National Weather Service issues a watch or warning, we'll use that sheet just to kind of keep everybody on the same page, and can kind of update it as needed. Tomorrow, we've got a regional tabletop exercise for winter storm and extreme cold. So I've got about 200 people attending that at Fairfield University, as again, using some of our regional funds through the Regional Emergency Planning Team, which is part of the State Emergency Management Group. There's about 20 of us from Norwalk who will be there. So again, great representation from the city, as well as some other partners, and just trying to get my act together for that one. A few last minute details. I'm hoping once this is done, get a little bit quieter, to start working with some of our partners on Family Assistance Center, especially for some of the active threat incidents. We do have kind of a rough plan, but there's some great new materials that have come out as far as reunification, social services, mental health, and some other programs that can be offered. So trying to formalize those a little bit more. And I think that's it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks. A busy season.
Always.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Any questions for Michelle?
Good work, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for everything. It's been
Yeah.
snowy.
It has been. Well done. All right, moving on to item F, Training Division Report.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mayor Smith and commissioners. Completed training, the middle of December to the end of December was a little bit slow just because of the holidays. We completed our SCBA training for our new SCBAs that will be issued hopefully within the next month or so. Completed a bunch of fit testing, mostly for our old masks, our current masks that we're using, not the new
You
ones.
went
that are-
mute.
Oh, I did? How about now?
Loud and
I
clear.
can hear
from
you.
this
Yep,
standpoint.
I hear you.
Okay. Most of the fit testing that was done in December and January was for our current masks. Unfortunately, the SCBA has to be fit tested every year, and we weren't sure when the new ones were going to be issued. So I had to kind of redo everybody. And now 6 months from now, we're going to have to do the new masks again. But that not a problem. Everybody's very cooperative with that. A bunch of our firefighters went to the Texas A&M TEACS Active Threat Command Training over last week. It was very informative. We have a couple things that we wanted to work on, and actually I reached out to Michelle already about some of those things and got some answers, and taking a look at that stuff now. A lot of them went for the hazmat team communications team that they have, just because we know we're going to have a lot of mutual aid companies that are coming in to help us if something of that magnitude happens. So just to maintain communication, we wanted the regional hazmat communications team to be there to coordinate any radio traffic and radio channels. The rest of the month was just company training, where we work on our average everyday things like ladders and pulling hose and things of that nature. Our current activities, unfortunately, the variety is down a little bit just because we have our EMS refresher in January and February. So there's really not much else going on except for that refresher training, because we have to keep the other companies in service to run calls. And this is a pretty big refresher for us. It's a lot of members of the department at the same time. So that's about, I'd say, a quarter of the way through, and it'll end on February 20th. So we'll get back to some other, more variety after that. So upcoming training, we have the hospital, the building that they're tearing down. We got permission to use it. It's still coming out of their legal department. They just wanted us to, answer just a few questions and get some signage for training in progress, so that if people see apparatus there, that they don't think something's wrong. So that should be here by next week. And once that's in place, we're going to be doing some standpipe training there and some search and rescue training. And the search and rescue training is more for our new packs and testing that SENS model, that SENS program that Assistant Chief Reardon was talking about, just to make sure that it works inside buildings and buildings that are a little bit further away than where our command vehicle may be. I've scheduled hazmat refresher for March. I'll probably tell you a little bit more about that as we get a little bit closer. I just wanted to let you know that is scheduled. I've actually started scheduling things out all the way through September, just because of the preparation and planning that's necessary. We'd like to start doing some live fire training, and it's very comprehensive in what we need to do. So I've started reaching out pretty far, but coming up in March is hazmat and probably some rope rescue training. We're hosting a fire instructor 2 class from the State Fire Academy in March as well. So there'll be surrounding area, members coming here for education, as well as our own people that want to take the class. A few of our members are going to be doing the SCBA repair and maintenance training, because our packs are new. We wanted to run a couple people through that again, just in case there are any changes, which they tell me there are a couple differences from our old packs to new. So I wanted to make sure that everybody that was working on our SCBA was up to speed with that. And in between that, we just keep providing company training and letting the officers, work with their firefighters on any deficiencies that they have or training that they haven't done in a while. And that's where we go from there. If anybody has any questions, I'd love to take them.
Good planning
Questions,
ahead.
comments?
Good planning ahead. Thank you.
Absolutely. Trainings are really important to keep up skills and know that, everything that is new and coming down the pike, and, making sure to keep our residents safe. Well done.
Thank you.
So it looks like in our next items, Local 830 has no reports. Just double checking that.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor. Nice to meet you. We don't have any
Okay,
formally on the agenda, but on behalf of Local 830, we want to wish you congratulations and we look forward to working with you.
thank you. So
Thank
do
you.
I. Item H, correspondence, no items. And personnel, no items.
No items.
Okay. Old business, there are no items. New business, there are no items. Thank you all for accommodating my schedule and having this early meeting today. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for commissioners for serving and the fire department, everything you do to keep our residents safe. We appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Thank you
And
all.
have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mayor.
Thank you. Oh, I need a motion
Commissioner.
to adjourn.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Ferguson, all in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Okay, have a great afternoon. Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye.